Christmas Eve night. As many in Chicago celebrated indoors with family, perhaps by a fire, I set out to see what it was like for someone who was spending the night in a different kind of setting. Welcome to Lower Michigan Avenue. Chicago's system of bi-level and tri-level downtown streets was constructed in the early 20th century to alleviate traffic. Along with cars, delivery trucks and some buses will use these underground roads. So, too, do homeless people. Around 11 p.m., I walked around the labyrinth of interconnected underground streets around Michigan Avenue and South Water Street, trying to find someone who would share with me what it was like to spend the night here, or more specifically, to spend this night here. I found this person on Lower Stetson Avenue, but his or her head was covered by the blanket, so I didn't approach. Here on Lower South Water Street, I found one man who was busy counting his money and didn't want to talk, and another who spoke so softly that it would be impractical to interview him. Still another man passed me by, saying that if I couldn't help him get a hotel room for the night, he wouldn't talk to me. He threw in the F word to make sure I got the point. Then I met Terry, and Terry, to my pleasant surprise, was happy to talk.
Yeah. Right now, about this time, my toes are getting frozen, but I'm not going to just put it in a state of mind that I believe that the mind could conceive of my thoughts and I could survive, but then I don't think I could survive. Yeah. But some say, well, give it a God of a chance, and may God be with you.
Terry hasn't always been homeless. First, he lost his job. Then the temporary labor work he did became hard to get. Now he's given up on work, spending his days begging for money, stealing food if he needs to, and shuttling between places where he knows he can at least try to get temporary refuge.
Are there days when you don't get enough to eat?
Oh, of course, that's all the time. Because
Terry carries around a gym bag with a sandwich and a few oranges. When he goes to sleep, he'll use the bag as a pillow. He calls these streets tonight the Arctic. He's gotten frostbite once before, though he hasn't lost any body parts because of it. As for me, well, I didn't bring any gloves. Between writing down notes and holding the camera with my bare hands, I start to feel a terrible, biting pain in one of my fingers.
I get depressed out here too.
Is that right? It's hard to keep your spirits up.
Yeah. And then I won't have no spirit. And then I drift off into sleep. I get into a deep sleep. Maybe I would sleep for 2-3 days down here.
Oh my goodness.
I would get in the corner and have 3, 4, 5 blankets, and I live under my blanket for 3 days. And the other 2-3 days, I would get up and write the L, warm up on the L. If I'm warming up from the L, I find me a heat vent.
Yeah.
If the police put me off the L, I'm gonna come down there and find me a heat vent. If I ain't got no alternatives. Trying to see if I go to the hospital, they kick me out.
So hospital
DHS,
down here, L,
the
Borders,
hospital, DHS, they kick me out over there. They get mad at the homeless people. They kick us out.
Yeah.
I'll come back down here. I warm up.
Yeah.
On my feet, and therefore I might be sleeping back in some of these Catholic churches out here.
Right.
Sometimes I would easily sleep back at the police station.
Really?
Because I don't want to have no problem with them. I don't want them to be depressed, look at me, say, he's a problem, he's a mess. The mayor gonna get on our back. So therefore I don't want their problems to be my problems.
Right.
So,
Terry's resourceful. He knows all the places he can go, or at least try to. And yet, when I ask him his age...
Right. And how old are you, if I may ask?
Right now,
like to say.
I almost forgot how I be out here so many times. I drift away. But sometimes I think I'm 48. I'm 48 right now.
Okay.
He's also anemic, which he explains this way.
Okay, I put it like this. My chest was like an Ethiopian. I got a bird chest. My arms is like real skinny, like a skinny man under here, under all these clothes.
Yeah.
And then I had to ask Terry the question that was on my mind.
Now, Terry, you know tonight's Christmas Eve. Do you have people you're in touch with, family, friends, or are you just
alone
here?
No, my parents, they're dead. My mama died. My sister and brother and them, therefore, they older, they got problems, they think they're going to lose their jobs, they lost their husbands already, they're trying to send their kids to college, but...
So you're pretty much on your own down here.
Yeah, I'm on my own.
All right. Now I'm just going to give people, I'm going to pan around and show them what it's like down here. Is this Lower Wacker or is this
Lower Wacker
South
Drive.
Water Street? All right.
This is South Michigan 100.
Michigan
East
Avenue's
Michigan.
over there. Yeah.
Right up on the Bennekin, across the street way from Rock and Roll.
And I'm going to show people.
Rock and Roll, not
We've got
too far away from
sneakers.
Magnificent Mile. We lives up under here.
Yeah.
We go up in the largest buildings,
Yeah.
you know, and we got the good across the fences.
Got to watch out for the vehicles.
Got to
too.
watch out for the cars down here.
Yeah.
Got to watch out for the buses.
Right.
Whoa.
Now, when people walk by and they don't even pay attention to you, how do you feel about that? Are you used to it? Does it offend you?
Yeah, people get a different type of, they get offended. After you get through kicking, you might get offended about 2 or 3 times. You might go suicidal, you know.
Has that happened to you?
Suicidal do come in thoughts of minds
Yeah.
of a human person, any human being out there.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, if you got a heart or you got a moral, but if you just plain trying to psych it out your man, it'll come back and smack you in the face when another holiday comes up. Because every holiday, everybody get depressed. And therefore, I try my best to don't get depressed. So, God is really important in my life. He's a mystery God. He's not a mystery God. I understand God because he's the man of the universe.
Yeah.
But I like, where do I fit in at?
Yeah.
Now, you got to ask yourself, where do you fit in at?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How can I do some blessing? How can I help somebody?
Yeah.
Well, I know I found out I could help the blind man who can't go across the hill.
Yeah. So you've done
Found out
that.
that I could wave at the old senior citizens
Yeah.
and smile, keep a smile on
So you
myself.
still try to offer something to people when you can.
Sir?
You try to offer something to people when you can. If you're helping someone across the street or waving, or it's your way of giving.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, therefore, that's the only way I can see God. I said, well, then you can smile. You know, I'll smile and play it like I ain't got no problem. But therefore, problems is there.
Right.
So therefore, you're like, man, you know, people don't notice me, but I notice them.
I found it ironic that right nearby where I was talking to Terry, and right near to where a couple of the other people I encountered lay on the sidewalk, was Beau Bien Court. The word beau can translate from French as pretty, while bien means well. But what I saw down here was neither pretty nor well, no less on Christmas Eve. As I waited for a bus to take me back to my neighborhood, to the place where I'd sleep with heat, I found the bitter cold unbearable on my exposed hands. I also realized that while I was heading away towards my place, Terry was already at his.